Hello everyone, welcome back to the KMTRADERS channel. So we're taking a look into Bitcoin. It's been a very interesting few hours in the market for the cryptocurrency space. I thought it'd be very good to kind of give you my 2 cents on the thoughts of the pair, and just give you kind of a perspective of what I'm thinking. So what we had previously looked into was basically priced to, potentially fulfill an upside move towards the 70k region, and also potentially respecting the uptrend here. I think we also mentioned that if we start to see a break below 40k, this could be a significant point where price is, going to start to turn bearish. And I'm not being totally biased that we're bullish, but I can see that how prices, falling lower and lower, and how, this massive spike of price action is very interesting to see how, price is now rapidly pushing lower just as much as price is pushing up higher. We can see that there is some sellers kicking in from, around the May time, but that quickly got recovered. So my question is this going to be the next, bearish move towards the downside? Now I am technically kind of convinced that this could be the final move, that that's going to influence the bears to kick in and to push lower and lower. So for me, my first kind of the first kind of step for me to kind of think this is because we've broken the uptrend, and we are very close to this 40k. So for me to absolutely confirm this, I'm going to be mindful around the 40k, because if we start to see the break here, then I think that 30k and anything lower, 25k, even into the 10k, which I think price can go to around here, 15k, I think that's where price could likely go to. So if we take ourselves back, all the way back on a weekly level, let's move it back up to this wick here. Take it back, so roughly around 13,000, maybe even 15,000, we could see some sort of rejection point. But for now, I'm thinking that price may want to find some sort of balance around here, around the 30k region. So for now, I'm happy to say we could just expect price to come around the 25k to 30k region here. If we start to come into this red zone here, then it's going to be a very struggling market, I guess, for Bitcoin. But let me kind of give you my kind of incentive of what I'm thinking over the next few days for Bitcoin. So let me just go ahead and get rid of these annotations, because I believe the perspective of my analysis has kind of shifted now. Okay, so what we're seeing here is we've had that broken of the high, and I did think that if we break this high, there's going to be some sort of significance here and more continuations higher. So that was one thing. We can see prices, tapping into 68k, never really reached the 70k mark, very close, but we can see that sell-off pushing in. If we start to see that break of 40k, I wouldn't be surprised that we could start to be in a more bearish market, and we could start to step into around maybe the 25k mark, maybe around this level, and this could be a significant point where we could expect price to turn around. So this would be your sell-off point. But in this area here where we've got this red line and this red zone, ideally, if I'm still bullish on this long term, I want to see price do this, and if we start to get that rise towards the upside, this will be a very good significant push into the market for Bitcoin, because I think this will be the last leg, and I think that this could then potentially reach that 100k level in the market, probably even higher, but let's just say 100k for now. So again, 25k to 100k, it's a nice 1-to-4 risk to reward ratio. So put in 4 times the amount of money that you put in, let's just say, if it reaches 100k. So in theory, what we could expect is a scenario like this, and that's if we start to get a break of the 40k. So the other story, or the other scenario, is that if price manages to break the 68k high. So if that does happen, I feel like I feel like it's best to not predict that right now. I feel like I will have to come back and make another update video based on that analysis, but for now I'm going with this one, and I'm not really bearish on this yet. I'm still bullish, but bullish in the right aspect, and I think after we get into the 28k to the 30k region, after we break this level, it will be significant because we could start to see that next explosive move towards the upside. So that's essentially what I wanted to speak about for Bitcoin over the next few days. Maybe over Christmas we could start to see this come to fruition. Maybe early January, maybe February, maybe March. I'm not entirely too sure, but I'll be keeping my mind on this and keeping eyes on it, especially if we start tapping or starting to get closer into the 15k level. We don't want to see this happening, okay? And that's if we're long-term bullish. So I guess that's all I have for a Bitcoin video. We'll see what happens, and obviously if there's anything changes, I'll be sure to obviously make an update video. So if you did get any value from this video, make sure you leave a like, make sure you're subscribed, and we'll see you guys all in our next video.